Okay. What happened here? That was weird. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Pokemon Battle Stadium here on iAreCade. My name is Cade, and got some more Pokemon battles coming for you on the doubles ladder on Master Ball rank. And we're using this team kind of very similar to the last team I used. However, I switched out Gastrodon for Grimmsnarl. Having access to both Prankster Pokemon has been very good to be able to switch between the two depending on matchup. And it's been working out pretty well. It still has good speed control with the Thunder Wave on the Grimmsnarl and then Tailwind on the Whimsicott. And also having the dual screen access has been pretty huge in several matchups. But other than that, all the other Pokemon on the team are the same. And I've been doing a lot better with this team. So if you would like to try it out, feel free to type in the team ID code at the bottom of the screen right there. And we're going to get into our battles. Also, as you can see here, we actually finally reached Master Ball tier. So I just wanted to show off one last time with the team that I used to get here. But the next episode we'll have some new Pokemon due to the official competition that is being run through the Pokemon on the Pokemon servers, the Galar newcomers. And after that event, of course I'll do some episodes for those. But after that event, we'll have a brand new team, do something completely different, start doing some theme teams, some different gimmicks, stuff like that. Just so that way it can have a bit more variety. I know it can be kind of tiring having the same team. But like I told y'all at the beginning, I kind of wanted to get to Master Ball tier before doing any of those. Just so that way, one, I can get my max, prizes at the end of the season. And then two, once you're in Master Ball, you can't be lowered out of Master Ball. So that way, it doesn't really matter afterwards if we win or lose. It's just to have fun here on out. But looking at our opponent's team, they have Whimsicott, Oranguru, Snorlax, Hatterene, Dragapult, and Dracovish. So they have a mix right here. They have a hyper offensive team with Whimsicott, Dragapult, Dracovish, and then they have Chiricoroom with Oranguru, Snorlax, and Hatterene. So I think against me, they would probably go Trick Room. I have less options for it, so I'm gonna go Grimmsnarl first. I'm sorry, not Grimmsnarl. I have Taunt on Whimsicott, so that way, if by chance they do lead with Tailwind, I can set up Tailwind myself. And then what do I have against Oranguru here? Probably the next best Pokemon would be Passimian with the knockoff. And then we'll also bring the Duraludon and Arcanine in the back. The Duraludon eats up both of those dragon types pretty well. Alright, so good luck to my opponent, Riken. They look like they just got off the beach. Yeah, so they're gonna go for the speed here. They're gonna try to outspeed us, but that is okay. So here, let's see if we win the speed tie. If not, well, that's unfortunate. But we will go for the knockoff here on the Dracovish. Try to knock off its Choice Scarf. And we do win the speed tie, so they won't be taunted. They will be taunted, so they can't use Tailwind, which is great for us. So Vicious Syringe doesn't do as much damage as it could. It still knocks us out, though. Passimian isn't physically invested at all, so there is that. But with that in mind, we can bring out the Duraludon here. who I'm going to Dynamax and do a max Wormwind onto that slot. So we're going to go for the Moonblast here onto the Whimsicott, and then Duraludon is going to max Wormwind. Actually, I lie. I'm going to Tailwind here so I can make sure I have... I think I should outspeed, but that way Vicious Rin definitely doesn't do much damage, since my team will be faster. I need a haircut. Hopefully this week. Alright, awesome. So we do for sure outspeed the Dracovish, and Dracovish goes down, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Which is fantastic. And then they're going to go for the Energy Ball onto our Whimsicott, which doesn't do much, but it does break our Sash, which is a little unfortunate. And drops our special defense. Not like it really matters, because Whimsicott dies to nearly everything. Such a frail Pokemon. Alright, so they do have the Snorlax. So I wonder if that means they have the Oranguru in the back. I am not 100% sure here. But we're going to go ahead and taunt the Snorlax, because we definitely do not want that thing to Belly Drum or Recycle or anything like that. Yeah, they do go for the switch out, but they have Dragapult, which is actually very interesting. And then they're going to Dynamax Snorlax, which is I was not expecting right away. Usually they tend to Belly Drum beforehand, but I guess knowing that Whimsicott does have Taunt, they didn't want to chance it, which is smart, because Snorlax still is hard to take out. And it does a lot of damage. But at least it does waste a turn max guarding, which is good. And we're going to go for the Max Steel Spike out on the Dragapult slot now that it was switched out. Which will raise our defense, which is good since we do have a G-Max Snorlax on the other side of the battlefield. But, so we're going to go here and Moonblast the Dragapult. And we're going to max Wormwind the Snorlax here. Now, since we do have Tailwind up on our side of the battlefield, we should be quicker. Oh, the ally switch. I guess that is still okay. I still will be knocking out the Dragapult regardless. And lowering our opponent's attacks. So... Oh, wait. Did I target Dragapult twice? I don't even remember. But the Max Quake from the Snorlax will go off. We eat that up. And that is also going to activate our weakness policy, as well as raise our opponent's special defense. So now we'll be doing big damage. However, that was our last turn of Dynamax. So that is a little unfortunate. But we still will be doing a lot of power. So we're going to Moonblast again into the Dragapult slot. And this time, I really don't want to go for the Draco Meteor. I don't really want to lower our attack. So we're just going to go for a Flash Cannon here onto the Snorlax slot. And they withdraw, bringing out their Whimsicott. However, that should still take out their Whimsicott. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought their Whimsicott had a little health taken off. My bad. That's not. That's going to do about half. Yeah. And then Flash Cannon goes out onto the Snorlax, taking it down to about 25% health left due to a critical hit. And that will use its berry. And then they're going to go for the Max Quake again on the Duraludon, which still doesn't do too much to us. That is perfectly fine. So my team's Tailwinds has petered out. So hopefully we can win the speed tie again here, because I don't want Snorlax to recycle if it has the recycle. So I am going to just go out on a limb here, and I'm going to Draco Meteor the Snorlax slot in case I don't kill it. Oh, they do protect. Dang. Wow. That's unfortunate. Alright. Well, this time we will Tailwind ourselves. And we're going to go for the Draco Meteor again onto the Snorlax slot. At this point, I'm not too worried about Whimsicott. It pretty much dies to anything. Just really hoping that we do okay. What happened here? That was weird. That was so weird. Okay, so I do take out the Snorlax. I wasn't sure. I don't know if that showed up on the feed, but it said communication was interrupted. Yeah, so we finished our turn. That was weird. What happened? Did we get the win, or... Yeah, we did. Okay. Alright, I guess they, maybe they messed up the turn and was just like, oh, well, oops. They might have hit Encore by accident. Because that just allowed us to taunt the Whimsicott instead of Tailwind. So, yeah, that happened. But we have our next opponent here, which is Javier. Javier has a team that I don't like right off the bat. It's got the Lapras, which could be G-Max. It's got the Sableye, which can be really annoying. Excadrill, Hydreigon, Arcanine, and Togekiss, which Togekiss has really been a pain. For whatever reason, it has been really annoying to battle, just because it has been so versatile. But I don't really know what they want to lead off with. Maybe Sableye, Togekiss, little prankster action and something. So let's go with Whimsicott and Duraludon, and then we'll bring Passimian and Arcanine in the back and see. It's a very interesting team. I'm just really hoping it's not G-Max Lapras. G-Max Lapras is... It is the Togekiss Lapras lead. Okay. Well then, let's see. So, I'm thinking it is Weakness Policy Lapras. So I don't really want to hit it with anything super effective. What I really want to do first is try to take out the Togekiss. Because the thing about Lapras with Weakness Policy is that it's so bulky. It lives a lot of stuff and then becomes super powerful. And then if it's G-Max, it also sets up Aurora Veil in the Max Hailstream, and then it becomes even more bulky. But they actually go for the Max Dynamax on the Togekiss, so they threw me for a loop. It might just be a regular Lapras then. That, or they just thought it was a better idea to do that. Which I predicted the opposite, so that was a good play on their part. So if the Togekiss actually has weakness policy, that's no bueno. So the moment of truth is about to occur. First, we got our Tailwind going. And then we're going to see which Mon had the weakness policy. It is, in fact, the Togekiss, not the Lapras. Well, then. That's really unfortunate. Oh, man. I was really thinking it was Gmax Lapras with weakness policy. I was dead set that that's what it was. That's unfortunate for us. So they're going to go for the Freeze Dry onto the Whimsicott. That will definitely bring us down to Sash. Oh, it doesn't bring us down to Sash. That's interesting. Okay. Well, in this case, we do have to bring out the Arcanine. However, I don't know if Togekiss can take Arcanine out at the moment. I'm not sure. So we're just going to double up into the Lapras slot. Which is what I should have done turn 1. But now I know. Unfortunately, it's also like best of 1, so it's if we had game 2, you know, I would have that knowledge. Alright, so we do take it down to probably about where Whimsicott will be able to take it out next turn. If, yeah. I was going to say, unless they take out the Arcanine, which they do. And that also raises their speed. So, oops. And then Whimsicott's down. So, all we have here is poor little Passimian. Not much he can do all alone. You either live by the Togekiss or you die by the Togekiss. That's kind of how the series has gone so far. We do have to get rid of Togekiss, so we'll see if we'll be able to take it out. Probably not. It'll probably still live with a little bit of health. And we'll see. I mean, they still also have... I mean... Ooh, shiny Sableye looks dope in this game. But we're going down to either a max Airstream or a max Starfall. Whatever they do, we're dead. There's no way we're living that. Not at +2. So good gains to our opponent. We got destroyed. We got dismantled against Javier's team. That team was honestly very scary. Also, I just misread the team. I really thought it was going to be a Gmax Lapras with weakness policy. But I do want to check them out and see. Weakness policy Togekiss is just so good. That's why I had to use it early on in the series. They have Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Snarl, Close Combat Arcanine. That's an interesting one. Draco Meteor, Dark Pulse, Earth Power, Flare, Flamethrower, Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt. What was their item? Water Absorb with Assault Vest. Okay. And then Figgy Berry onto the Sableye with Will-O-Wisp, Fake Out, Helping Hand, and Foul Play. That team was pretty cool. Props to Javier. That team was really sweet. I wonder if that's the Javier. I'm not sure. I doubt it. I don't think he would be this low. On the tier. But So we do take an L game 2, which is unfortunate. Knowing now, we should have definitely doubled up into the Lapper slot. Try to take that out as quick as possible. Let Turkish do its thing. Would that have changed the outcome of the game? I don't really know, but it probably would have been better in the long run. So we got a nice looking Sun team here. That could also be a beat up Stamina Mudsdale as well. But we do have the Solar Power Charizard, the Chlorophyll Vileplume, Torkoal, and Gastrodon. It's kind of like not really standard, but kind of what you think of with the Sun team. The Torkoal Vileplume, like what you would think of like when you first put it together. But the team is pretty dope. So would they lead with Torkoal Vileplume? Possibly. So what I want to do here, Torkoal Vileplume. Let's go Passimian Arcanine. And then we're going to bring Dragapult. Fuck. I should have done this differently. I just need to put my team in before the time runs out. I probably had enough time. I think I should have gone Grimmsnarl at the beginning. I was too busy talking about the team. You don't have enough time to really talk and select your 4. You have to be quick. So they go for the Charizard Torkoal lead. So that's interesting. Which still isn't a bad lead for us. However, I would have liked to have got the light screens up. So what we're going to do here... Now we can knock off an item. Do we go for Charizard's Life Orb or Tarkal's whatever it may be? Honestly, I'm more scared of Tarkal. And then we're going to go for the Max Lightning onto the Charizard slot. And let's see how that goes. So we go into Dynamax their Charizard. This will also allow us to know if it's G-Max or not. It is a G-Max Charizard. So we do know that it does not have Solar Power, because you cannot get Solar Power on G-Max Charizard. It only has Blaze. I think. Unless you get it in a den, you might be able to. But I'm pretty sure G-Max Charizard only has Blaze. Maybe if you got in a den. You might be able to if you got in a den. That is possible. So we got destroyed. No, it is Blaze. Okay. Because that was Life Orb damage, right? Earth Power won't do too much to me since I have the Sugar Berry. It does have okay. Yeah, they must have got out of, obviously they got out of a den because it's shiny. So let's see. At this point, let's bring out Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl will set up the light screens for us this way. And then we're going to go for the Max Lightning onto the Charizard. And we'll take it out. Although Tarkal still is a huge threat to us. And the only bad thing about now not having Gastrodon is that we don't have any sort of ground type coverage on this team. However, both of these Pokemon carry Solar Beam, so it doesn't really matter. The only thing would be like if if we had like Mudsdale or something. Which is also another Pokemon to think about. Damn. That was through a light screen. That's insane, dude. Okay, so we're down to our last two Pokemon. Let's see if by some miracle we can. They do have the Vileplume, which is cool. You don't see Vileplume normally, but let's go for the Shadow Ball here onto the Torkoal, and then with the Arcanine, we're going to Max Flare into the Vileplume. I don't think Vileplume should have anything that would really hurt us. It'll outspeed, but oh. That is also a thing that I did not think about. But yeah, thankfully Electric Terrain was up, which I forgot. That's what it does. I'll pretend that I knew that I remembered that. I'll pretend. Yeah, that's gonna be the most annoying thing about the G-Max Charizard. So they do have the Whimsicott here. What would Whimsicott do though? What would this Whimsicott do? Well, it could possibly do Tailwind, but I think it just doesn't do much. So we go for the Shadow Ball, I think, again on the Torkoal. And then we're just going to go for the Flare Blitz. I don't think it really matters. Let's just go for the Extreme Speed on the Whimsicott. Because we need to break it. It has a Sash anyway, I'm sure. So we need to break it eventually. No matter what we do. This way we don't take damage. Alright, so it was looking very grim for us, but we should be able to come out with a W here. Moonblast going out to the Dragapult. Yep. That's perfectly fine. Then we go for the Flare Blitz onto the Whimsicott. And that should be game. Alright, sweet. So good game to our opponent. We were able to come back. That was looking very grim at the beginning. But I did learn a little bit. Or remembered, because I used to use Tapu Koko in Sun and Moon, and part of the big thing about Electric Terrain was so that way you couldn't be put to sleep. And I completely forgot that's what it did. For some reason I was thinking it was priority moves, but I think that's Psychic Terrain? Is it Psychic Terrain or I don't remember. One of them. But so that was nice to be refreshed on that, especially when it goes in our favor. Unfortunately, I think they forgot about it too. I completely forgot that that's what Electric Terrain's second ability is besides boost your electric type moves. So that was a interesting little turn right there, and probably a huge turn to begin with. The fact that we went into Max Lightning earlier on in the game and it was still up by the time Vileplume came out was huge, because even if they didn't go for the Sleep Powder, they still wouldn't have done much damage to us. However, that damage could have possibly affected the outcome. Maybe they would have been able to take out the Dragapult a little earlier on. Not 100% sure, but goes to show how like one turn or one misplay can be kind of huge, you know, or forgetting an ability of a terrain or something like that. But yeah, overall, some pretty good battles. So good games to my opponent. And if you enjoy these battles, please hit that like button. That will really help out the video and the channel grow. As well as if you want to subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. That'll show some interest in the channel, in the series, and you'll be notified if you hit that bell of when I upload. That's also really sweet and awesome if you do so. And thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. So take care and peace.